Okay. So let's just focus on what we do have right now. So the furnace is here. I guess what I'll do is no, I can't put in the ground. I guess I'll do this actually. I'll put the that there, and then that there. Perfect, it's connected. So let's say this has that. This has these two things. All right, that goes there, and then I can go grab coal because they said coal works to burn it as well. Game, don't crash. Coal. I'll use charcoal since I made some of it for reasons that I don't want to get into. Let's see. Let's do this. Perdito. All right, let me go grab the glass files. Now I wonder if it just sits there. Does it just sit there? Now glass files. Alrighty, so it's just sitting there with Perdito. How do I extract this? I mean, I feel like I could just extract it like that. But why doesn't it? What happened to you can extract it using glass files? Using files. Did they lie to me? What kind of file? What other files are there? Water jars, brain in a jar, void in a jar. All right, fair enough. How do they get all of this? What is the point of this? I don't know. Whatever. I don't understand. How do they get that in there? Does it need to be exactly 8 to be because there's no other files. There's literally no other types of files. That's interesting. So maybe there does have to be 8. So what gives off Perdito? Jeez, man. Okay. Brain, Perdito. I need cobblestone. Well, it's a good thing we only have about 700 of it. All right. Let me grab about a stack a day. About a stack a day. All right. Let's get burning, bud. Let's get burning, bud. 1, 2. Oh, okay, so it does have to be exactly 8, I think. Maybe. Yeah, it does have to be exactly 8. Now I can go and be like, bada boom, we got Perdito. And then I can do this, and we got Perdito. Perfect. All right, so that's what we'll probably end up doing. And then you get the file back, so you only ever need like a few. You don't really need that many. Anyways, let's just drop the entire stack of cobble, get a bunch of Perdito, which is nice because then I'll just grab some with the file and be like, yo, listen, what's up? Let's go. And then I think I can just, let's say this thing, does this have full Perdito? It does. That's useless. Okay. Oh boy, there we go. We got some Terra. Now, does this thing have full Terra? It does. Okay. Now if I go over here, take this thing out, because this thing definitely does not have full Terra. First of all, I'll put a ward on it. I put a thing on it. How do I mean, I could take it out like that, but what's the point? That's what I don't understand. Either way, when I can, okay, I can go to sleep now. Oh no, my coffee's cold. I'm so all over the place all of a sudden. All right, so now we have a lot of, okay, so now we can't drain that. But what if, now just hear me out. What if I grab the other one? Nope, never mind. I just realized that's Perdito. Both. 1, 2. Oh, I can stack them. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3. Wow, these things don't hold much, do they? I'm so confused in the sense of, do I have to just let it, like, does it like overheat? That's like the thing I don't understand. Does this thing like overheat? Now I have to walk down, take the charcoal out, I guess. Huh. Alrighty. Olympic is almost empty. So come on, finish doing your thing so I can figure out what the heck is going on. Oh boy. Okay, so at least we got things going. We can like now break things down and then put them in jars and stuff like that. Now, I feel like the Essentia Tubes thing would be really nice because once I get like these two, like as soon as it becomes, it'll just transfer over. Now, I don't understand what is this thing. Or what's with that thing? So if I just break it like that and then put it back. So I just break it, or does it actually like eventually end up going down? Okay, I guess it eventually ends up going down, but that's interesting. All right. So then I can just do that. Bada boom, goes back here. And just rinse and repeat. I think I know there's supposed to be a way where you can drag it out of this thing. You can drag the essential out. Shift click on jars and bags so the empty hand will empty them as long as the jar contains some blah blah blah. Sorry, where's the thing where I can take it out? Jars can be filled with alembic by clicking the jar directly on the alembic. Jars can be filled with the alembic by clicking with the jar directly on the alembic. Okay. They can also be filled using and emptied using file. Okay, but that doesn't exactly tell me how to take things out. Okay. Alrighty. You can place a label in crafting, placing it. Okay. Oh, fair enough, but okay, I guess you can't take essential out. With a label less than the normal. So you can't? So what's the point of doing this? I don't know. Let's just keep reading on, I guess. Is there... I guess let's go to this for a sec. Because there are a few things... Okay, so what's this? Is that going to be used for anything? Or that... Okay. Now... Arcane Leviter... Leviter? What? I can't English. Nothing here that I've used. Okay, now I have a thing of... What is it? What is this thing called again? Nitor or Alumentum. So I guess I'll go with Nitor. What is Nitor used in? It's used in node stabilizer. Advanced node stabilizer. I guess that's what we can work on. We can go and work on the... Wherever it is, node stabilizer. Here it is. All right. The handy device has several beneficial effects if placed below a node. Okay. First, it prevents the node from draining vis from other nodes or being drained in turn. Okay. Secondly, it prevents unstable nodes from losing their vis, and it has a tiny chance of eventually removing the unstable condition completely. Lastly, it has a very, very small chance of turning faded nodes into pale nodes. This requires power, however, and then no stapler draws from the node itself. It does not draw enough to reduce the vis of the node, but it does have its normal recharge rate. Fair enough. Other nodes are being drained in turn. Okay. Applying a redstone signal will switch the stabilizer off. How is this ever useful? Harnessing vis. Without vis nodes, the materials would not even be able to perform the smallest of tasks, but the nodes themselves have several limitations that use their impractical for extensive operations. For almost these limitations is the fact that they are easily depleted and takes quite some time for them to once again gather energy from the mystical source they are connected to. You think that you have found a way around the limitation. In effect, nodes are tiny gateways to a mystical font of mystical energy around which the energy slowly accumulates in the form of vis. The gateway is so small that only a tiny amount of energy that leaks into our... Oh my god, so much reading. By levering open this doorway that can cause its vis to pour forth in a torrent. This is even more dangerous than it sounds. However, in careful steps must be taken, blah, blah, blah. First, the node needs to be stabilized during the entire process. Once they've done that, place a node transducer. This thing, I'm assuming. Yes. Above the node, when you apply a redstone signal to the transducer, the node will begin converting into energized node and quickly lose its stored vis in the process. Oh, reading! The process takes some time, but when it's done, the blah, 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 energy is no longer store vid, blah, blah, blah. So basically, make this thing first. So we need a piston, Nitor, which is going to be a pain. It's going to be such a pain. All right, so let's grab a bucket and then grab everything we need to get it. Right. Okay, so doing this is probably my least favorite thing of... So you'll see in a sec. Let's see what it takes to make Nitor. Wherever the heck it is. There it is. So, okay, Ignis, Lux, and Potentia. So Ignis, we need something with fire. So what about... That's Lux. 1, 2, 3. Now, coal 2. Actually, we can just do one of these. And then we still need something that has potential. Oh, this also has potential. Yeah, that's potential, right? Perfect. Drop that in. Drop in a quick glowstone dust. Right. And then we're done. So this is going to be actually really easy. All right, so we need to drop in 3 of these, 1 of these, and then just the glowstone. Perfect. Normally it's not this easy. A lot of things end up being a lot harder. You'll see as we continue onwards. Anyways, grab a bucket. That's why I made an infinite water source so we can put it in here. Anyways, once this starts boiling, we'll be able to... Come on, start boiling. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, and boom, baby. And then right click, and that'll go into the air, getting rid of all of that. Because, no, wait, what? There you go. Now it'll go into the air. Hopefully. I don't know what it's going to do. I swear to God, if it goes down, I'm going to cry. Or if it just sits there. Flux flu. Does this even do anything to me? All right. Last time I did this, it went in the air. Hopefully it just... Okay, whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Floats your boat. Now, what do we need for the transponder thing? Or the stabilizer? So we need block of quartz, gold. Oh, okay, 4 of those. So, how do I make those again? Whatever type of shard plus stone. Okay. Stone, never mind. Shard, there we go. I'll grab a couple of those. Wherever the stone is. Quartz. Do I have enough for 2 blocks? I do indeedly do. Did I really just say I do indeedly do? Okay, I said it. Deal with it. Okay, now. Well, oh yeah, right. Boom, baby, burn. Disco. I don't know why I started saying that. Okay, let's go put some of this stuff away. We have quite a few of this. So do I have to just put this? Yeah, okay, I do. Can I turn it back? No, I can't. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't want to turn it back. Now, what else do I need again for this thing? Piston and gold. So I have the gold on me, and then I just need the piston, which we have 1 of. Not that they're hard to make. They're just annoying. I think... Let me just double check the recipe. Wrong thing. Okay. Gold, piston, nitor, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Gold, piston, nitor. Gold, piston, nitor. 1, 1, 1, 1. I definitely do not have enough because this thing doesn't even hold that much. And then I have to go recharge this soon enough. So node stabilizer. We're going to have to stabilize nodes. So I'll probably do that over here just so it's not that annoying. So I'll put this here. Now, there is a way to get nodes, but it is probably the most annoying thing I have ever seen, and I need to get actually a better wand. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to Artifice, or whatever. Not Artifice. Alchemy. Not Alchemy. This page. Okay. And we're going to make a silver. Never mind. We need an arcane infusion, which I don't even know where that is. Arcane infusion. Where the heck is that even at? Arcane infusion. Where is they? Okay. Is this even anywhere to be found? Is this like this past this thing? Unless I'm also just in the wrong spot. That would be pretty embarrassing. Arcane infusion. Interesting. I think this is the arcane infusion thing they talk about. Infusion. Arcane crafting and alchemy can go only so far. Something better is needed to create truly powerful objects. Infusing craft. Okay. Where do we get these shards? I completely just blank on where to get these shards. I'm okay. This is probably what I'm going to end up doing. So I'm going to sleep off the night, obviously. Oh, it actually tells me how the alembic is doing. Alembic. Huh. Okay, so I think this thing goes down because I think that thing has been just sitting. So if I do that, though. All right, well, that was good. I want to put in some dirt because dirt's pretty much everywhere, man. How do I switch between them? Oh, did I empty it accidentally? Whoopsies. Okay, definitely not that. Whoa, how am I draining? Now, I'm not going to ask how I was draining Ignis when I clearly did not put anything even remotely close to Ignis. Also, I just realized that when we're building this, we're going to need to smelt a lot of stone because we're going to have to make this one more higher at least. Because we're probably going to end up doing the little thing after we have a bunch of these things named out, or not named out, but like put out. We'll probably end up doing the little thing. So yeah. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, refill. Okay. Refill the gold banded greatwood wand, whatever, so we can go ahead and start creating the second one. Or no, we can't. We have to work our way up to it. Either way, I'll be back.